Hey, welcome to the Legacy Crusaders YouTube channel. This is Benji, and I'm here with Elijah.
Hey, how you doing?
You might remember Elijah from ABC FTK. Ain't no FTK this time, but we got ABC Orcust. If you guys aren't fed up with Orcust yet, you want to show us your build and maybe a combo or two.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with the standard. So I cut all the ABC pieces down to a piece because the Orcust engine itself recycles the pieces, and if you draw too many of these, they get cloggy and you can't do your main combo. But now we go to double Photon Thrasher, double Gold Gadget, and double Silver Gadget. These are probably your most important openers.
You need that second monster somehow, right?
Yeah, I need that second monster. These are more ideal because they don't lose to Valor or Impermanence, but these guys are floaters, so they're really good. They're all really good to open. Then minimum amount of hand traps, so I play 2 Ash, Valor, and a Ghost Ogre. So these are just the most versatile hand traps I feel in the format, so they hit a lot of different decks. Could main deck Lancia or D Crow if it was a more established like 2-deck format, but yeah, I think these cover the most bases.
Yeah, and Lancia would prevent you from like using Buster's effect.
Yeah, and that would be pretty bad. Next we have the Phantom Knight guys. We have Ancient Cloak and Silent Boots. So
Ever wish you play the extra Silent Boots? Because I know I purposely play the extra Silent Boots.
Not too often. I mean, I don't really open any of these guys too much. The worst case scenario is I open both of them, and that's still like summon one guy, especially ever do Orcust combo.
Just
so
no value off of Rusty at that point.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's a sacrifice, but I never want to play multiples of this. I don't want to see it too often. Then here's the Orcust engine, really minimalist Orcust engine, so Nightmare, Heart Horror, and Simple Skeleton.
One Orcust Nightmare?
Yeah,
what?
I know, one Orcust Nightmare, this is really terrible to open with, but then again, I play Jinsei Tsukiyomi, pitches this out of the hand, and also play Card Destruction. This is just pretty much your Garnet. Everything else is good to open, good to see. It doesn't kill your combo. Even opening Orcust Nightmare isn't the worst thing if you have a discard outlet, but I don't want to really see him too often in this build of Orcust. So this is my monster lineup, it's 21 monsters.
Okay.
Now moving on to the spells, we got plenty of field spells, starting with the best one, Union Hanger.
That's the best field spell in the game.
Well, in my version of Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
2 Terraforming.
Oh, that could be the best field spell in the game.
Potentially the best field spell in the game, unless you open 3 of these and 1 of these. One of my favorite cards in the entire deck, Set Rotation. This is like any field spell as well, another Terraforming, and when you combine it with Magical Midbreaker fields, it's like a field spell lockout for your opponent.
Oh, they can't Mystic Mine you now.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Like you resolve this combo against Mystic Mine, you pretty much win that game. And then the last is Orchestrated Babble, because you want your Orcust guys to be quick effects, which is broken. It's a field spell engine, so because the combo deck, play triple Call by the Grave, stop those pesky hand traps, double Twin Twister, stop that pesky back row, and the last spell is 1 Card Destruction, because most of these monsters want to be in the graveyard, and this deck doesn't really have much draw power outside of that, so Card Destruction is like power 1 of in this deck.
Okay.
So it's 14 spells.
So if I add that up, that's 35. That's 35 so far, right?
Yeah.
21 and...
Play 8 traps for a total of 43, but they're all important. So Solemn package, so 2 strikes, 1 warning, 1 judgment. Phantom Knight package is a double Fog Blade and a Shade Brigandine. And lastly is Crescendo for the Orcust combo. So if you like open Babble or open Crescendo, you can get the other one, and then you have your combo even more broken. So I really like this card. And then plus it's a Searcher, which is ridiculous.
Oh, if you had to pick between the Babble and the Crescendo, what do you get?
Most likely Babble, because you want the Bardish Dingirsu combo more often than not, but if it depends on what deck you're playing against. If you were like afraid of evenly matched, you get the Crescendo.
Okay, I actually thought you would say Crescendo because you can actually, use the Buster Dragon and the Union Hangers afterwards.
It really depends on what I open with. If I have already have a strike or some solemn of any kind, I don't really need the crescendo that much.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so and I already have the fog blades as part of the combo, so I really need those quick effects. So that's the main deck. And then moving on to the extra.
Alrighty.
I have a triple Dragon Buster. He's still at 3 for some reason, so I'm gonna use that. Three Xyz are gonna be Dingirsu because it's Orcust. Bujinte Tsukiyomi has draw power and the discard outlet, and Time Thief Reader because he's a good dark rank 4 that you can trigger Bardish with or just control the field with his effects.
Alright.
So he's a really probably one of the best standard rank 4s.
And he gets a bonus effect off Shade Brigadier.
Yeah, so extra layer of disruption there. Next we have Nightmares, which are Unicorn, Phoenix, Cerberus, and Mermaid. So these two are the most important to starting your combos because you can go into Mermaid. And Unicorn is just there for spot removal, and plus it's dark, so you can get around the Orcust effects that way. So I'll leave it in there. Then you have the Orcust engine, which is 2 Galatea, 1 Longirsu. I guess you could throw Rusty in there as part of the Orcust engine, even though he's not. And then
Orchestrated Rusty.
yeah, Orchestrated Rusty. Phantom Knight's Orchestrated Rusty, and Underclock Taker because again he's pretty much a good generic Link monster, and he's dark, so he can get around the Orcust effects. So this is ABC Orcust.
So it's a combo.
Basically, all you need to do is open Hanger and a special summon guy. So more often than not, you're going to open with a gadget than Thrasher. So I'll show you. I'm not even going to show the rest of your hand. I'm just going to start with these two.
Okay.
So start off with activating your Hanger.
Hanger,
Get
search
any
card.
piece, A or C, depending on how your hand is. If you have another piece in your hand, you can get C, it's a special summon. But right now, I'm just assuming that these are only 2 cards in your hand, so I'm just going to get A. Active normal summon gadget, active effects, special A, Hanger effect, equip B from the deck. And
So that's already 2 pieces.
yeah, so you have 2 pieces right now, so all you need is 1 more. Then you link off into a Nightmare. Depending on which one you want to waste and which on this combo and which one you want to keep depends on what deck you're playing against. So there's a lot of back row heavy decks, so I'm probably just going to waste the Cerberus.
Until you find out it's Danger Thunder.
Yeah, and then you just lose. But now you have either of these effects don't trigger A because that's just going to ruin your combo. B, only trigger B. And you get C to your hand. Then you can link this off into your Mermaid. Activate his effect and pitch the C that you just added to your hand to grab Orcish Nightmare. And you can either make Galatea now or wait, but I usually just make the Dragon Buster right off the bat so I don't forget. And then you can go along with the rest of your combo. And at the end of the combo, you should be left with
Yeah, let's just skip to the end
Yeah,
because
so-
I've posted a billion
Yeah.
profiles on this, and I'm sure everyone's tired of them.
and you can most likely want to have Babylon board and the double frog blade as well. Wherever the second one is. There you go. So this is like your minimum board plus whatever you open though.
Some sort of a solemn maybe, or a call by the grave, or
Yeah.
a hand trap.
So last thing you have to remember is you make sure you use your Dragon Buster first. 'Cause if you use your Orcust in your graveyard, you'll just
So you won't be able to tag out.
won't be able to tag out, and then you're just free to stuff like Kaijus or call by grave stuff, or just any sort of regular disruption. You lose to afterburners or something. So make sure you do your Buster shenanigans first before you do your Orcust shenanigans.
Makes sense.
So yeah, so this is
I
your
just
board.
wanted to ask one question. Thoughts on Torque Tune gear? Because I know there's some combos with Torque Tune gear and like a Link Karibo. I don't know if it's worth playing.
In this build, I don't feel it's worth playing. I'm one of the biggest fans of Torque Tune gear. My previous builds, I used to play with Trishula and Cypher Lord Omega. But in this particular build, I just really wanted to make the combo as like streamlined as possible, and I don't feel like Torque Tune really adds a whole lot that isn't already accomplished with the combo here. But you never know, I might try it out with future build.
Torque Tune just adds like the possibility of opening hanger and a piece instead of hanger and a gadget or extender.
Yeah, so
I guess you play enough extenders, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's like so many extenders. We get needle fiber. Definitely, I'm gonna play Torque Tune here and make some tuners and stuff. So crazy shenanigans with that, but just keep your fingers crossed, you know.
All right, yeah, I can't wait for that card to come up and ruin the game.
Yeah, enjoy it while it lasts, guys.
All right, thanks, Elijah.
Take care.
Adios.